Hey guys, what is going on? It is Nexalian Gamer here, and I'm back finally with another video in like a lot. So yeah, it's been a long time since I've uploaded a video a couple days ago. So if you guys want to watch that, it's pretty funny. It's a meme video. Yeah, you probably know what I upload memes of. So let's go ahead and get into this video. So you can see here I am standing in a weird looking thing made of iron with a door and a weird corridor. So, what is this? Well, this is the Nexalian Research Space Station. So, I have finally completed my space station. Now, it's a... lower the volume. So, it's a quite realistic station. I've built stupid looking stations before, but this is like the best one I've ever built so far. It was inspired by the International Space Station, so yeah. Now right here I was standing in the rocket module, so this is what the rocket would attach to. There's a hatch here and then there's a hatch here. I like to have two hatches every time there would be a module that would be attached or like removed. Not just one hatch, but like two hatches. I don't know why, just because, like I don't know, it makes me feel like, instead of just walking through a hatch directly through another hatch and then into the rocket, you walk through the first hatch, go through this weird looking iron thing, which is supposed to be like the part that the rocket would attach to, like the adapter, and then you go through another hatch, you go through a weird looking, like a bit of like a little canal, I guess, or whatever that would be, past the door, and then you finally walk through another hatch, and that is part of the rocket. So yeah, once the rocket is ready to like detach, you'd shut the rocket hatch, shut this hatch, and then shut this hatch. So or do it the other way around if you're gonna leave the station or something like that. But yeah, so that's basically where the rocket goes. Now this is open. You can see there's a window here, but that one doesn't have a window. The outside ones don't have windows. Like if the hatch is like between space and the station directly, there's no window. This one has a window because there's another hatch in between it and space. So the ones that directly block space from the station don't actually have a window. Just for safety, I guess, just to make me feel more comfortable in here. Now, this is the command room, or the computer room. You could hear the noise. That's like supposed to be like the computer fans that are wearing and stuff. Now, we will get outside the station, don't worry. You guys will get to see what the outside looks like. So this is like the computer servers. These actually are loom blocks, if you didn't know. So the loom, you can see. So that's what they are. No. Here there is the hard drive server. I don't really know much about computers, but yeah. So there's like terabyte solid state drives, and then there's like the ROM, read-only memory. I guess like the operating system or something. Yeah. So now this is a bit weird. There's a farm just chilling here. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it's this easy to grow plants in space where there's no gravity. Yeah, I guess that's just, I don't know, that's my way of thinking it. I don't know. So there's brewing stands here. Now, you won't see a lot of random buttons everywhere. Oh, these don't have screens yet. Dang it. You're supposed to have, like, glass panes in them so they look like screens, but yeah. So these are, by the way, supposed to be like those doors. Like, they like have plastic there, so, like, the biohazard type of stuff. There's not a biohazard in there, but like, yeah, it's like the laboratory curtain type of things. But those aren't supposed to be curtains. Those are actually supposed to be doors. So yeah, like that little kind of clear thing in laboratories that you see a lot. Like the curtain type of door thing. So that's supposed to like isolate it a little bit. Now that's what these are supposed to have. So let me go ahead and put these in there. So just so I don't forget about it. You can see how many screens there are. They're just like completely random. Oops. Yeah, so it took a few weeks, or not a few weeks. Let's see. It altogether probably took like, I don't know, like 4 days or something to build. Maybe less, actually. I'm quite I'm a fast builder, actually. So here, these are like, I don't know what these are supposed to be. I guess like the screens or something. Use your imagination. So these are like screens. These are supposed to be like indicators. I don't know exactly know. They look pretty cool because they like, you can see them like, they're enchanted and they have that like glist type of thing to it. I don't know how to call it. But yeah, so there's a bunch of levers on here. They don't actually do anything, so yeah, they're just there for decoration. Now, I kind of wish you could place repeaters and comparators on the walls. That would be really cool. Now, originally these lapis lazuli blocks were actually lights, so every corridor, every like these like sections, you can see they're all in sections, not just a long corridor. That makes it more realistic because you'd build a station by corridor. So these were originally all supposed to be lights, but then they were too bright, so I only made it so the top ones are actually lights. You can see they're not like glowstone or torches because who the hell uses torches in a space station? So yeah, I gotta learn to be more modern. So yeah, no, these aren't actually like any specific modules. Really, that's just the rocket module. These are the corridor, or not the corridor, the command, the server room. That's the farm, I guess. Okay, let's see. So these are just like decorations. Now notice how this intersection doesn't have any levers. Really, there's no place to put anything except on the floor, but that would be really weird. So yeah. Now notice on the floor, there's pretty much only repeaters and comparators. There aren't any like buttons on the floor really. There will be some, but yeah. So here we have the main corridor. So this is, you can see how long it is. Pretty long. So let's go to the other side. So that's where we start. So we're gonna go to this side. This is the kitchen module. No, this is not. So this part is not. It's like a bit more plain. Look at this. I need to add more stuff. So this is like the pre-kitchen, I guess, just something to fill it in with. This is the actual kitchen right here. So you can see there's like stuff. I don't know what that would actually do, but use your imagination. These are supposed to be like the tables, I guess. Now the sad part about these is you can see how this side has these, and then this side is this. Even if I place it like, it doesn't matter which way I place it, it will always have these on one side and then those on the other side. It's based on north, south, east, west, unfortunately, not the way you place it, which really sucks. Now luckily barrels do, like, it matters how you place them, you can see. But oops. Yeah, so it's kind of sad that they do that. Come on, Minecraft, like, I want to like be able to see different sides, you know? Like, I don't know why they decided to do that. It kind of sucks, but these are supposed to be like, I don't know, I guess drinks or something. These are screens. These are supposed to be like, oh, I was supposed to like rename them storage box or whatever, but I'm not gonna go ahead and rename every single barrel on this station. Just keep in mind that these are actually supposed to these are not supposed to be like vents or anything. These are actually supposed to be like used as storage modules. There's nothing in here right now. They're not supposed to be like computers or anything. I will show you the ones that are supposed to be computers. Now this is the freezer. I'm not gonna go in there because the door's shut. Yeah, so underneath here there's a jukebox. Is there anything in there? Okay. So in here we have a bunch of records. So yeah, so it's you can see there's some trapdoors on the ground that actually have like things underneath them. Just because I like to have it behind trapdoors, some stuff. These are not just because they look cool. You don't want to have trapdoors all over the station. And these ladders are just like decoration, I guess. Now you could switch off the stations, some of the stations modules, but I'm not gonna do that. Actually, let's see what it looks like with this off. Looks quite nice. Yeah, so that's the freezer. You know, these are supposed to be like the cooking and stuff. Don't know how easy it is to cook on a space station. Now, this I believe is the front. Let's see. Yeah, that's the front because this is the back and that's the front. I could tell because of that gray thing over there, which I will show you what it is later. Let me go ahead and explore the front, just more stuff. I will definitely add more things to the station later. Like, I'm not gonna build onto it. Actually, I probably will. More antennas, more module part or tanks, I guess. Oxygen. You know, I need oxygen and water tanks. Those are what I need to add to the station. So yeah. So I'm not gonna do that in the video. Obviously, it's gonna be long enough. So there's random stuff here. Now these were supposed to originally be bedroom modules. They split off, just like the ones in the middle part of the station. Let's go to this one first. Let me show you the bedroom ones. They're not very good-looking bedrooms, but yeah. So you can see how like they're supposed to be like the wool fabric type of stuff that they have on the station. Now these are actually quite nice. Ignore that noise in the background. These are quite nice. So yeah, compared to the station. Now in the International Space Station, the bedrooms, the parts where they like sleep, those are actually quite nice. They're like really small, but like you have a computer, you have like pictures, they have like things in there. They're really nice looking. They're not made out of metal, but they're like made out of really strong fabric, and you just kind of go in there and stuff. The doors are made out of like fabric. Yeah. Now the other one's kind of better looking, just a little bit. You can see it has like a bookshelf here. Quite nice. Now you can obviously shut the lights off if you don't want to be bothered. Now, because the doors are transparent, they will still transmit a little bit of light, but hey, it's a lot better. Wait, how about this? Let's see. Looks quite nice. So yeah, let's leave these on. I don't like the station being too bright though, so you can see how any lapis lazuli pretty much used to be a sea lantern, but it was too bright in the station, so I just kind of made it. Yeah, so these originally the walls are supposed to have the sea lanterns, but then I took the floor away, so only the walls and ceiling would have it. But then I took the walls away as well. You can see it kind of like dark. It's kind of dark, which is what it's supposed to look like. So there's the bedrooms, and there's these things, which are stone cutters, I believe. Yeah, they're stone cutters. Now I'm not sure what these are supposed to be, but use your imagination. Now these are supposed to be computers. These right here. Anything you see that has this look on it, or the loom block, that's supposed to be the servers. Now luckily a loom can be oriented. You can see how you could place it whichever way you want. Thank you, Minecraft. Just make it so the other ones can be placed whichever way I want, like the smithing table and the fletching table. Now if you're wondering why I have all these tools in the inventory, I'm going to get to those later. So right now, let's go ahead and go in here. So this is the map, and this is supposed to be like those, you know, in nuclear power plants, where like they have the buttons, and then they have like a big wall, and then it has a picture of like the reactor, and there's a bunch of pipes coming off, and they have like a button and switch on every one. So like it shows you an analog of each. Shit, I might pull up a picture. I don't know. I might edit a picture into the video to show you guys what I mean. So like they'll like have a big wall, and then they'll have like a cross section of the nuclear reactor, and then each section will have like a little button on it or something, and then the engineers can push the buttons, and that way they know what the button does. Like, because you could like say there's a button next to the control rods, that means that button has to do something with the control rods. This is supposed to be like a button map. I don't know what they actually call it, but it's like a button map. So I'm not gonna bother with it too much. It doesn't actually do anything, by the way. The levers don't really do anything. This is supposed to be like the computer that displays this, and that's the station. Right now oh, thank goodness, it got rid of like the green things. They were all over the station, but like now there's only this one. So yeah, I'm here. I don't know, quite nice. There's no planet below us. We're just kind of floating through space. Just pretend there is pretend there's a planet below us. Now I like how Minecraft has like 3D now. You can see how like it shows depth in the blocks, because those actually have depth. They're not just like flat blocks. And yeah, the space station looks a lot more realistic because it only had like 2 solar panels on either side, just little ones. But then I added the truss above it, kind of like the ISS. And then these things are like the radiators, which get rid of the heat. I don't exactly know how they work, but yeah, they kind of look brown, and I had a hard time picking out a proper color for them. This is the workshop. You can see there's a bunch of blast furnaces in here, which probably not a good idea to have a blast furnace on your station. But yeah, just pretend. I don't know. This has like, this is the only part of the station really. Actually, I'm not sure. This is like, you don't see these often on the station, like solid row of lights. Actually, I think some of the farms have them, but yeah. These were supposed to be bedrooms originally, but then I decided to make the 2 over there bedrooms only. Now, you know what? I'm probably going to make the left one the bunk, like a bunch of bedrooms, like a public bedroom, and it'll have a bunch of like little sections. Like, watch. So you see how it's one big room? What I'm going to do probably is get rid of all of this, and then just have it so there's a bunch of like, maybe like 4 rooms. So 1, 2, and then there's like bunks up. So 1, 2, so each one will be like 2 blocks tall. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you'll have 2 by 2 by 2 blocks in there, and you'll be able to like sleep, I guess. I don't know. And then they'll have like ladders that go up to those second stories, or maybe like you'll be able to jump up there, because yeah. So I don't know. I might do that, and then these will have like Let's see, and then I'll have like bedrooms on the sides, I guess. I don't know. Or like a chest where you could put all your stuff. I'm not sure yet because I will have visitors here in the future. So I'm planning to do like show off people this world. Let's see. Well, actually, one of the bizarre ideas I've had is showing. If you guys know who Stampy Longhead is, if you watched him for a long time, you probably know that he does like tours of people's worlds. Like he shows off. Like, people show off their worlds, and Stampy just kind of goes around and, like, makes videos of it. I don't know, maybe in the future, I don't know, I highly doubt, like, I'll ever be able to show him this world, because, I don't know, I kind of doubt it, but maybe in the future I'll have guests over here, like YouTubers, and I'll just show it off to them. I kind of doubt that I will, but I don't know, I'm not going to give up on that hope, so, yeah. Hopefully when Minecraft makes cross-device play, like where computers and Xboxes can connect to a single world, if they haven't released that already, because you know how only Xboxes could connect to like a certain world, and then computers, like you couldn't connect a person with a computer couldn't play with a person with an Xbox, unless it was like on a server or something? I don't know. Yeah, this is kind of weird, but Minecraft is like, I think they changed it a little bit, so now you could like play what is it called? You could like play, I don't know if they already did it or not, but like cross-platform play. So maybe I'll be able to like, I don't know. Hopefully one day I'll be able to give Stampy Longhead a tour of this world. I don't know. I'm not gonna give up hope on it. Maybe it probably won't happen, but maybe it will. Who knows? So yeah, there's random levers on the ceiling, which aren't very common. So yeah, there's just you know what, let me move this just like that and just get rid of that. Okay, there we go. It looks much better. So you can see there's levers occasionally on the wall and other stuff. You don't really see that often. It's only really in this part of the station. So you can see how each one of these is random. They're not identical, but they're like random. Random levers, random orientations. Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, these will have levers on the ground occasionally. So I think that's the only. No, that and then that is pretty much the only module I think that have levers on the right next to the ground. The other ones just have repeaters and comparators. Now the ground doesn't have anything on it really, no levers or anything. Now notice this hatch here. We'll get to that pretty quickly. Now, any hatch that looks like this is airtight. So that's supposed to be like an airlock hatch. So you can see how the station doesn't have airlock hatches except in specific places, and that's for a reason. So this is pretty much I think this is the most symmetrical one because there's two buttons here, levers like that. These computers are symmetrical. The only thing that isn't symmetrical is this on the ground, and yeah, so this right here, and then on the ground is what makes it not symmetrical. So this is not symmetrical. This is pretty much almost completely symmetrical, minus these and then that part. So oh, this is actually symmetrical. Oh no, not kind of. There's levers on the ceiling. This one does not have any. Now down here there are barrels, which you will rarely see anything on the floor in these like corridors. So this is like a side module. This is the back of the station. This is the very back. So let me go over here. This is as far back as we could be. There's another one that also goes this far back, but I'll show you. So you can see how it looks pretty nice in here. This is supposed to be like the laboratory, not the biolab, chemical lab. There's a bunch of stuff. Look at this. There's books on the wall. This makes it colorful. That's why I put them there. And plus, you know, you might want to have books to document your stuff that you do, experiments and stuff. So it's pretty nice in here. Now there are lights, obviously. This is not very well illuminated, so yeah. So anyways, you can see these doors as well here. Now this has an airlock hatch. So that's a computer, by the way. So you can see that there's a bunch of suits here. That's because it's space. So behind this door is the airlock. So once I go through this door, there's another door behind there, and then once I go through that door, I'm on the outside of the station. So there's a computer here, and here is my suit that I'm going to be putting on pretty soon. So yeah, so this is like the suits. Now there's an easy way to get there. You don't have to like go through the door. There's a button right here which lets you go over there, but I'm not going to do that yet. So Yeah, so the reason why there's a hatch here is because this is supposed to be like the isolator. So in theory, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to shut that hatch, then you're supposed to shut this hatch, or maybe just this one, then you open that one and then shut it, and then open the other one and shut that behind you. Or actually leave it open because the other one's like what leads you to the outside. So yeah, so these right here would be shut when you're in space and there's other people on board. But because I'm the only person, I'm not gonna bother locking myself out, I guess, or something. Yeah, or like, you get the point. I'm not gonna close all of them. So here's like a lot of screens and stuff. I think this is like one of the only parts of the station that has like an entire wall of screens, pretty much. That's what they're supposed to be, by the way. Anything that looks like this is a screen, and anything that looks like that is like an indicator, I guess, like a indicator light or something, or output. I'm not sure. Let's just pretend it's a screen. Much smaller one. Now, these are supposed to look like. These actually kind of look like cathode ray screens, the CRT televisions. Yeah, they're kind of like curvy, so you can see there's a little bit of curve in them. They look quite nice too. So these are supposed to be maps that would be placed on the item frame, and they would look like screens because I would take a specific chunk and make it look like a picture. So like when you look on a map, it looks like some kind of picture, and then place it on all the screens. But I think this is actually much better looking. These like where you can see the frames and everything. Yeah, much better. So down here, well, I'm gonna show down there as well. Here we have the modules, which are for storage. Now these are permanent modules. These are not supposed to be detached from the station. This one, however, is. You can see this one says garbage only. Now you can see the same kind of hatch that we had in the other one, the part where I started my video at, the rocket. So yeah, basically what would happen is you'd shut that hatch. So you can see there's like this kind of thing. That's what you would see on the other side of the space station in the rocket. If you were to open that door that was shut in the video, the beginning I showed you, you open that, you kind of see this minus the rocket. The rocket wouldn't be there. You'd just be looking into space, and then you'd be sucked out. So yeah, that door best remains closed unless the rocket is in here. Now, if you're wondering how are you supposed to get out of there without like flying, there's actually a bit of a secret. So you don't have to push a button or anything to teleport up. It's actually much more realistic. So this is garbage only. So when you're ready to get rid of that, you just shut the hatch. Well, that wouldn't be empty. You see those things? That's not where the garbage would only go. Once those are full, you'd be able to just kind of place your garbage down there. You wouldn't have to place it in the drawers. You just kind of throw it down there and it just stay down there. So yeah, and then you shut the hatch when it was completely full. Shut this one, shut that one, and then detach it from the command. You don't actually need a command room, like the specific, like a captain's room, I guess. I don't know. I don't want it to be like too much like a sci-fi movie or anything. I want it to be realistic. But down here there is this. Notice how there's this piece of carpet right here. I'm gonna get to that. So there's actually some garbage in here for now. I wouldn't recommend getting rid of this if you're in survival mode. I'd recommend keeping all this stuff right here. But this right now is garbage because we're in creative mode. So if you're wondering, how do we get out of here? So you stand on this carpet like this, and you jump. See? Just like that. Now, you have to stand on the carpet because there's a purple pillar underneath that. So if it detects that you're standing on a purple pillar, it will automatically give you jump boost. So now down here we're going to go to the cupola, which is like the window room, I guess. There's no planet beneath us right now. We're kind of floating through space. And you can see the outside. You can see how big it is. It's huge. This wasn't here before. This was probably the most recently added part, I guess. But yeah, this definitely was the most recently added module. So notice how that doesn't have that iron thing because this is a permanently attached module. You're not supposed to detach it. Now, how are you supposed to get out of here? There's no purple block. Well, you stand on any of the light gray glass and you jump out, and there you go. Now, fun note, just a random trivia, I guess. This is the only part of the station where you could see the outside. No other place in the station has a window to the outside. This is the only part of the station where you could come to see the outside. So yeah, pretty much every other part of the station is just solid walls. This is the only part where you could see to the outside. The only window to the outside world. So this can be shut in case something happens, I guess. In case the glass like cracks or something, in theory, you'd shut that. So let's go ahead and go to the airlock. So I know y'all want to see the outside. So let's go ahead and put on my yeah. So we're gonna go in here, and actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and what is it called? I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video, and I'm gonna shut these hatches just because. So yeah, I'm gonna shut the hatches, and then I'm gonna return to the video. All right, guys. So I have shut the hatch, and yeah. So you can see how well I've shut both hatches, just because you can see through the window that the door on the other side. That's well, at least to the chemical lab. You can see through the windows. Well, yeah, thank goodness I decided to put windows on it. Makes me feel less lonely in here. Yeah, the glass is pretty thick, so nothing should happen. Now this door doesn't have glass because it's like to the airlock. Now you might have heard earlier in the video, I was like, wait, only the doors that lead directly to the outside don't have windows. The ones that are in between have like the ones that don't directly lead to the outside have windows. Well, I decided not to put a window on this just because I don't know why. It's just this is like the airlock, so it's not supposed to have a window. Now here are my stuff. So here, where's my stuff? So let me go ahead and put that on. Put this over here. Now you're gonna find out why the elytra, why I have the elytra instead of a chest plate. So yeah. So let's go ahead and get in. Now if you're like, oh wait, did I just? Oh, oops! I put that on the other hand. Okay. So just push the button, and we're on the inside of the airlock. That was the door that we were just standing on the other side of. So this is the outside. This is the outside door right here. This is it. So let's go ahead and push the button, and we're outside. So we're not dead because we have the suit on, and because we're in creative mode. So let me make sure. Okay. So anyways, hold on. Okay, good. So FOV is normal. So yeah, I don't like having too much high FOV. I always leave it on normal. I don't know why. So right now we're on the other side of the station. So if you're wondering, what happens if I fall off? Say, what do I do now? You press space. So if you fall off, you press space again. You use this firework right here, and whee! Ouch. Well, I'd be dead if I smashed into it going that fast in survival. So yeah, in survival mode, you actually like get hurt if you like hit a wall with your elytra, and if you die, it'll give you a death message saying you experience kinetic energy. Interesting. So yeah, just try not to die in survival. Well, actually, I guess it'll just respawn inside. So yeah, so these antennas on the outside, which are for communication. Now there's another one down here. Oh, ouch! That's the viewing room, I guess, whatever you want to call it. These are the giant solar panels, if you didn't already know that. And these things right here are radiators. That's how we get rid of heat. Now, if you're wondering, can I walk inside of this? Is there a hollow tunnel in there? No, it is not. This thing right here is not hollow. It's just, there's cables in there. Well, there's supposed to be cables in there. So you can see there's an antenna on the other side right here. There's supposed to be a cable that leads up in there, and you can see, yeah. So all that's like electrical and other stuff, communication. So right up here, these come right off, and that's how you communicate with a planet, which we're just kind of floating through space right now. Now, the reason why I'm not, the station just has not left me behind it because I'm moving as fast as the station pretty much. Right now, I'm like moving at pretty much the same speed as the station is, so I don't just watch the station disappear into space. If I were to slow down, actually, you can't really slow down well, in space, you can't really slow down, I guess. Well, you could, but like, what would I be slowing down in relativity to? Because right now, I'm traveling. Okay, let me go land. So right now, I'm traveling 0 kilometers per hour, or 0 miles per hour, relative to the station, because I'm traveling with the station at the exact same speed. You can see I'm not moving back or moving forward, so I'm going to stand right here, and I'm right now moving at pretty much with the station. So I would be moving 0 miles per hour relative to the station. However, if I start moving, I'm moving several meters per second. If I do, so let's see, each block is a meter in Minecraft, by the way, that's been confirmed already. So if I sprint, I'm moving, let's see, 1, wait, 1, 2, 4, 5. Let's do this. So 1, 2, yeah. So pretty much I'm moving 5 meters per second. That's my shitty calculations. So yeah, in relative to the station. But if I were to suddenly stop in relative to a planet, for example, or Earth, say I was right now being, the Earth was like the point of reference, and I was to stop moving compared to Earth. I was to be moving with Earth right now. Like, how do I explain this? You can't really say I'm going 0 miles per hour right now because you can't actually say I'm going 30,000 miles per hour, which is what the station is traveling at relative to Earth. Right now in space, there's nothing else that I can really be measured to, or the station. It's just empty. There's an empty void. So the thing is, yeah, you can't like there's no how do I call it? There's no way to, well, there's nothing to measure to right now. The station is the only thing with me right now, so I can't really like be measured to anything else. So yeah, so that's quite interesting. So let's go in. Let's actually view this. So this is the garbage module, which the thing that was made out of wool and had the barrels on the side of it. That's what that is, and so you can see it's made out of a different material. So it indicates it's not a permanent part of the station. This has a different material just because I thought it looked cool, like that. So this is actually the. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. That's not good. Okay, so this is supposed to be, yeah. This is the inside. That's quite interesting. I'm literally staring inside of the station right now. That's cool. Think about this. This is pretty cool. Oh no. Okay, let me. Okay, so you can see the inside of the station right now. I literally was there just a couple minutes ago. Just saying. Let's go ahead and move to the outside now, or to the other side. Be quite nice if I could fly. There we go. So this is the other solar panel. You can see how the truss is above the station, and it's actually built on top. That wasn't originally there. The truss was actually part of the station itself. Like, the station had a truss all around it, and it would jut out, and the solar panels would be right there. And it would be really pathetic looking, so yeah, it was just ugly. I have a picture of it that I posted on Reddit, and then I posted an updated version, so yeah. So this station looks a lot better, like, comparison to the other one. I will leave a Reddit link to the station the picture, so you guys can see how the station used to look compared to what it looks like now. So pretty cool looking, big antenna on the side. So let's go ahead and go in here. So, oops. Okay, let's go back in. I don't feel safe out here. I don't know. I feel lonely out here, like just outside the station. I want to be inside of it. Kind of feel lonely. Okay, let's go in. Oh boy. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in and just kind of teleport in here. Well, you know what? It's supposed to actually be like going through it, but whatever. It's just an easy way to the outside without having to open the door every time. I don't know. Don't ask. Just use your imagination. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and open the hatches back up. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and actually let me take off my suit real quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my suit in here. So yeah, it'd be kind of nice if you had your inventory along with your armor thing right here, so you could just do it directly into the chest. But like you have to just go through here first, through your survival inventory, take off your armor, and then put it in the chest. Kind of pathetic if you think about it. Like, why not put it in? Why not include it? Right? Like, why not? So yeah, it'd be quite nice if they did. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video to when I open the hatch. Alright, guys, so I have finally, so I'm back, and I have opened the hatches. So let's go ahead and go back in here, and yeah, I'm not gonna shut them behind me. I just like to leave them open, so that I don't have to go through a bunch of work. Yeah, so go ahead and comment your favorite room in the station. Now, You know what? Let's actually go ahead and fly around the station a little bit. This is a lot of fun. So, because it's so huge, I can actually fly around. So let me go ahead and actually, you know what? Let me leave my spacesuit in here, but let me go ahead and put these on. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and just fly around. So just because you're inside does not mean you can't fly around. Oops. Whee! This is fun. I wouldn't recommend doing it though, like too much if you're in survival, because you will eventually die if you keep hitting walls. I guess that's realistic. I'd rather have that. I'd rather take damage than not, because then it wouldn't be realistic. So yeah, and it adds a bit of an adrenaline rush. So let's go ahead and just, yeah, you could see how fast I actually move. Like I move fast enough to where, like, yeah, I move pretty quickly. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. This is a lot of fun. Oh, can I move? Can I move? Can I move? Come on. There we go. Oh, I'm like losing too much energy. Okay. Or I still have like energy left. Okay, even though I crashed into a wall. So you can see how I could literally just go super fast across the station. Like, you would not be able to go that fast by just running. There's no way. Yeah, that's pretty fun. So let's go ahead and go in here. So there's a bunch of stuff. Isn't this the lab? Oh wait, that's the bed. Those are the bedrooms, aren't they? Yeah, that's the bedroom. So I'm gonna go ahead and rebuild that later. So for now, quite interesting. I need to add more stuff here. For now, I just kind of put it in. So yeah. Anyways, guys. So let's go ahead and just give a final tour. So just quick redux or reboot or whatever. Redo. Just quick redo. So this is the command room, and this is supposed to be like the map of this station's main machines, I guess. You know what? I'm going to turn this into a command room. So I'm going to turn this, yeah, I'm definitely going to turn this into a command room. So there will be levers everywhere. These will be turned into permanent lights. I'm going to make a command room, guys. I'm going to make a command room. So out of this. So that's going to be the command room, which is kind of weird. Shouldn't that be the command room? And then this will be like the workshop. But it's okay. I already like it like that. So I'm going to go ahead and make that like the main room of the station. And I'm going to go ahead and show it off later. So I'm going to cut the video to when it's done. So, as you can see, this is the workshop. That's going to be the command room. This is just the corridor. Those were the bedrooms. Go ahead and turn into the main corridor. This is... Oh, wait. I could just fly around. Okay, so, let's go ahead and not die. Well, I'm in creative, so I'm not going to die. But, anyways, this is going towards the right of the station. This is on the starboard side. That's the port side, which is the left side of the station. So yeah, it's kind of weird seeing that door open. It's usually shut, but yeah. So you can see this is the kitchen. Well, random creepy noises. So, anyways, let's go ahead and yeah. So this is the This is like the dining room, which I don't know why I put chairs there. It doesn't really matter if you have chairs in a station because there's no gravity. But yeah, I just decided to add them. Don't ask. Yeah. Anyways, so this is just the entry module, I guess. So this is the entry attachment device, or rocket attachment module, adapter module. So this is the farm. So if I can get out of here, that would be nice. So this is the main server room with a creepy noise in the background. That's supposed to be there, by the way. That's supposed to be there. It's supposed to be noisy in there. So yeah, let's go ahead and go to the back of the station now. So you could tell because of that. So this is just a bunch of random computers on here, all this crazy stuff. It just adds detail to the station. So, and this is the cupola. Let's go back in here again. Quite interesting. You can see all the parts and everything. So yeah, or the station. So this is the rear. This is the storage module right here. So there's 3 ports in this module. There's this port, which leads back to the corridor. There's these 2, which lead to the storage, and then there's a 3rd one. So these are supposed to be separate modules, and they're supposed to be built together. This one is supposed to be detachable, so you're supposed to be able to just shut that hatch once that thing is full of garbage. Shut both these hatches, and then from the main like command room, I guess, you're supposed to be able to detach it. Oh, I'm gonna make it so that command room is actually like for this specifically, like this kind of stuff, detaching modules and stuff. That's what I'm gonna do, and probably make the I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna think of what I'm gonna do with that room. So this is the rear, right over here. Laboratory. I like this laboratory a lot. It has a lot of random stuff on the walls, and if you're dying to know what's in here, there's just... This is not garbage, by the way. This is like a bunch of stuff in case I have guests over. I can let them borrow these. This is an anvil right here. I don't know why, just because. And notice how the anvil is behind a hatch. It's like underneath it. That's just for organization. It just looks much better with that. You can kind of like open it up, do your job, and then just shut it and not have to worry about it. Now, don't worry. If you put the anvil on the ceiling, it won't fall off as long as you have the door there. I hope not. I don't know. So yeah, these are supposed to be the brewer, or not brewer. You get the point. They're supposed to be like those, not Bunsen burners, but chemical holder things. I don't know. I don't know much about science. Cartography. Don't ask me what that is. That's just to add realism. They're sea pickles, but it just makes it look much. Look at that. It looks much better with that. So there's random stuff all over the walls and everything. So yeah, it just looks much better that way. I don't know why. I just like it. So. Anyways, this is the main part, or the rear. It's going to fly back over and try to crash into the wall here. Okay. Go down, hold shift, so I go down faster. Yeah, so that is pretty much the station, guys. So I'm going to go back to where I just came from. So let's go ahead and just... okay, I'm going to go in here and just... Whee! Okay. Anyways... Go down. Okay. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go back in here and I'm gonna die. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, so I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and update you when I finish that command room. All right, guys. So I have finished the control room. So let's go ahead and yeah, let's go ahead and check it out. So I made some major adjustments to the control room and also added some signs right here. So anyways, let's find the front. Okay, good. Well, I mean, I could tell if it's the rear because of that. So, yeah. Now, at the end of the video, I'm actually going to post pictures of the station before and after. Like, yeah, the earlier version and then, like, the current version. Yeah, so, should be good looking, compared to the previous. So, yeah, as you can see, here is the control room. So, I haven't really changed anything in there. Nothing much. So, this is the front of the station, this is the rear. So, well, that makes sense because that way is the rear, and then this is like to the front. So, these are supposed to be the solar panels. Now, these green things are the radiators. Actually, you know what? Let's make it orange, just because it would make sense. Okay, there we go. Makes more sense. So that's like the radiators. So we're gonna keep those on right now, just because. So right now, there's the front of the station, then there's the rear. And you notice these two right here have glowstone. That is supposed to be the garbage module. Now, if you don't, well, these don't really do anything right now. But, well, they don't do any, but they don't do anything, but what they're supposed to be is like, airlock thingies, because that's like the rocket and then the garbage module. So once it detaches, you click that, and then you click some stuff on here, and then it like detaches it. So let me actually go ahead and make a keyboard. So let me make a quick keyboard right here. So let's go ahead and just add that, and then just add that, I guess. There we go. That was better. So anyways, as you can see, there's yeah, so it's a nice looking keyboard. So we have two keyboards. So what that would be, yeah, there we go. The keyboards look much better, actually. So, we have some stuff here. Luckily, you could place a map in the same block as you can a repeater, so that's really good. Kind of clips through a little bit, but that's okay. So, there's speakers, there's the computer server thing, then there's these screen things, whatever you want to call them. And these are just supposed to be like screens that tell you about each module, I guess. Obviously, well, there's four modules, and then 4 modules, 2 modules, 2 modules, 2 modules, 2 modules, 2 modules, and 2 modules here. So And then off of these, you'll obviously have the modules coming off. Yeah, so you can see one corridor, then the next one, and then this module. So there are 2 corridors. So that's like the main, that leads to the main corridor. 1 corridor right here, 2, and then the third one is actually not a corridor, but the module. So there'd be 1 corridor, 2 corridor, 3 corridors, and then the things that come off. But you can't do it here because it's just not much space to draw the, or show the whole thing out. So it's just a basic map. So yeah, those things that engineers use in nuclear power stations and regular power station, it shows you like a diagram of the reactor or furnace or whatever, and then on each part there's like a button or lever. So for example, there's a button right next to the coolant or the control sticks, control rods. There's some buttons there that you're obviously going to know that those buttons have something to do with the control rods because they're placed next to the picture of the control rods on the giant diagram. So I'm not sure what they call it, the reactor diagram. I don't know. If you guys want to know, I don't know. If you guys know what it's actually called, let me know. Like, you know those giant pictures on the wall of a nuclear reactor, and they just have buttons next to different pictures of the reactor, I guess, parts of the reactor picture, and then each one does something that it's next to of the reactor picture. Hopefully you guys understand what I mean. I'm going to probably show a picture at the end of the video, try to figure out how they're called. So obviously you could rotate the screen, but I'm not going to do that. Yeah, so that way it looks all normal. And what if I switch these around? Well, it makes sense that they line up because it's the... Yeah, that definitely makes sense. So, you know, why would they not line up? So, anyways, yeah, guys, so I haven't really added much, just that, kind of, and then those 2 signs. I'm going to add more stuff here, probably going to change out the bedrooms. I'm not going to show it in this video, though. You know what, I'm actually planning on attaching a separate module to the station, too. Maybe I'll actually build onto the station, I'm not sure. You see this right here? I might actually add a door right here, and then have, like, a corridor underneath this that's, like, that not too big, but, like, maybe 1 more corridor. And then that's it. Probably that's going to be about it in the station. So definitely going to do that. But yeah. So anyways, guys. Let's see. Back into the noisy the server room. So anyways, let's. I'm going to end the video right here because I have to do stuff. So if you guys have enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button, and in maybe tomorrow I might upload another video. I haven't given up on my Minecraft series, if you're wondering about that. I'm not giving up on that yet. So yeah, don't worry. Another video will come out soon on my Minecraft survival series. I haven't given up on that. So, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna show some pictures of the station. Anyways, guys, enjoy.